Hello Marvel Legends, and welcome once again to the Legends Legacy Review. First of all, before I get started, cards on the table. I've been drinking quite heavily, but then again, it's not very often that your government cancels Christmas. And I'm not actually blaming the Tory government for this, even though there's a lot they could be blamed for. It's just 2020 in general. Oh boy, I cracked open the fizzy red wine. Yeah, fizzy red wine, it is a thing. And oh my goodness, I feel much better. So it's time to do a Legends Legacy review. And you know what I love. I love my D-list villains. So what happens when you extrapolate upon D-list villains? Ladies and gentlemen, you get F-list villains. People who I have to go onto Google to look up the proper name of. That's what we're talking about here. We have Cottonmouth. What a dude this guy is. First of all, this is going to be a quick review because I got nothing for this guy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love this guy. He's everything that is terrible, that is brilliant. Look at him. He's just the best of the worst, or the absolute blurst. He's big, chunky, hefty, scores high on the heftometer. Completely ridiculous. Look at this costume. Bright purple with yellow accents and white in the middle. You better believe we have a good What Bar segment, because Cottonmouth is just who? I mean, he's going to have that whole moment of, come on, man, Cottonmouth. At which point the hero would be, oh, you mean like the drug lord, gangland kingpin from Luke Cage? Oh, no, wait, I mean the other Cottonmouth. Wait, you mean there's another Cottonmouth? Yeah, this guy. Because that was like, I went down a whole rabbit hole of Googling Cottonmouth, and I was like, oh, it's the dude from the Luke Cage show. And I was reading all about him, and I think that actor is actually going to go on to play Blade, which is an interesting. Is that a precedent of Marvel casting someone as one person and then him becoming a different character? Which I'm fine with. The guy's a hell of an actor, so. And the Netflix shows don't really count. Sorry, Netflix fans, but they don't. Deal with it. I got bored of Luke Cage. I started with the series, but eventually I was like, ugh. And like I was watching it with someone who was like, there was a lot of sexual tension going on. It was a whole thing. But eventually I was like, you know what, I'm bailing. But here we have Cottonmouth, who wasn't in Luke Cage. That was someone else. But this figure, Cottonmouth, is just a merc. He's just a mercenary type guy who I guess decided like, I'm gonna go for snakes. That's gonna be my thing. What he did was he went to the guy who makes supervillain outfits. If you don't know, in the Marvel universe, there's a guy who actually like that's his job. He makes supervillain outfits and equipment. It was quite cool. It was in a Spider-Man story once. Spider-Man went to him and he was like, I need a new costume. And he was like, well, that's what I do. I make costumes for good guys and bad guys and all points in between. And he must have been like, look, I need something off the rack. What do you got? He's like, I got this Cottonmouth suit. Yeah, I'll take it. And we have Cottonmouth. So he's a member of the Serpent Society, which, you know, as you can see, the Serpent Society. But like, that's it. There's nothing else going on. His name is Burchill Clements. I managed to remember that. His name is Burchill Clements. That's it. He has like, his mouth is like a robotic kind of like jaw mechanical, like it's not entirely human in his mouth, but he is a human. But he can like unhinge his jaw and like bite people's heads off and stuff. So that's kind of cool, which then goes to show it's a shame that they didn't do anything else with this figure besides give him like a normal head. You know, they could have given him like a huge, big, dislocating jaw, but they're like, nah. This is a shelf filler. This is a peg warmer. We're not pushing the boat out for this. Because you can see his body is just complete repaint. There's no new sculpting on here. There's no extra care given at all. At all. Nothing. Goose egg. All he's got is a new head. And that's something, I guess. And the head itself, like, look, I was at least pleasantly surprised that there's at least sculpting on the head. You have like snake scales going on there. That's something. at least. And basically he looks like Cobra Commander. I'm not, no, not Cobra Commander. I'm not a big G.I. Joe person. Friggin' nerds. Serpentor? Is that it? I don't know. The guy with the cobra on his head. I don't know, friggin' G.I. Joe, stupid. But yeah, he looks like that guy with the snake sort of eating his head, which is kind of a cool design in fairness. But that's what he's got going for him. And I know you're wondering, like, well, what did he do in the comics? What's his comic story? No, that's it. He's just a guy in the Serpent Society. He's Serpent Society member number 8 or whatever. I saw him recently in Spider-Man in the Hunted storyline. He was one of a whole bunch of animal-themed villains who got rounded up by Kraven. That was a good story. I did a video on it. Go back and check it out. But on the whole, like, the character is a nothing. He's just a hired goon, Simpson style.
Goons.
Oh?
Hired goons.
Hired goons?
Hired goons. That's who this guy is. He's a foil for Captain America. They say judge a hero by the villains he faces. Whew! For the Sentinel of Liberty, Cap, you gotta make up for some lost ground, because you ain't impressing nobody fighting this guy. But that notwithstanding, the one question... I brought that on myself. But besides that, the one question I have to ask is... Rhiannon! What bar is Cottonmouth?
Thanks, David. First up, for Cottonmouth's bars, we have an LA Lakers jersey. You've got that royal purple, yellow trim, and swish white highlights, which are reflected perfectly in Cottonmouth's couture. Next up, we have a pair of Reebok Air Maxes. Air Maxes? Let's go with that. You've got that fantastic purple, white, yellow combo, except this time you've got an innate sense of athleticism and movement, which just feels really cool to me. Very Cottonmouth. However, coming in at number 1, we have the non-binary flag. Clean, simple, elegant, Cottonmouth.
Thank you very much, Rhiannon, for that wonderful What Bar. And now it's time to do a little figure comparison. All right, I got some figures. You want to see them next to each other? So let's do this. First of all, look, we got Captain America. I know that's not what this particular review is about, but it's Captain America. Come on. How can you not have Captain America right front and center in this display here? It's the damn Sentinel of Liberty. Show some respect. But then, of course, we have the Serpent Society, the snake-themed guys who plague our Star-Spangled Avenger. So you've got Twisty Joe over here. Names escape me. We have Cobra Head and Sparkles over here. And then also, losing Sparkles. Eel, of course. We just did him recently. I remember Eel. Then we have... Toblorone Joe over here, known for his love of the chocolate that you buy in airports. And finally, I'm going to pull these guys back. And finally, the man of the hour, the man with the power, the snakehead who's good in bed, from what I imagine, we have Cottonmouth himself. Although, why is he in the front? He's like, if the Serpent Society were going to do like a class photo, they would totally put Cottonmouth at the back there, being like, hey, I'm here too. Everyone's favorite also-ran. And that is my figure display of Cottonmouth, Captain America, and the Serpent Society. And Toblorone Joe. And now that we've done the figure comparison, it is time to find out exactly where this very bare bones figure rates on the Legends Legacy ranking. Alright guys, I know you're gonna hate me for going so high because he's such a basic figure, but I love Cottonmouth because he's a big, heavy character that's brightly colored. He stands out, and for that he gains a lot, but I gotta slow down and be sensible. Really, we're looking at sort of the Whirlwind type category, and is he better than Whirlwind? No, I don't think he's better than Whirlwind. Whirlwind's more interesting, even if he's not as brightly colored. But better than Superior Venom? He's bigger than Superior Venom. Yes, I am gonna say he is number 15 on the Legends Legacy ranking. And finally, with all that considered, I would give this figure a sub rating of...
Not great, not terrible.
And there is our rapid fire review on Cottonmouth. But, oh my goodness, finally, I will declare it. Officially, we have a new boy in the boy stable. Because what I did not say while unbasting this figure is, I love this figure. Look at how goofy he is. Look at how ridiculous he is. Look at my checklist. Hefty. Yes. Ridiculous costume. Yes. Brightly coloured. Yes. My favourite colour, purple. Yes. Absolutely. We have a new member of the boy stable. Is he a good figure? No. Do I love him? Absolutely. Does he have any accessories? No. Any unique special features? No. Is he always going to be one of my go-to happy time figures? Absolutely. God bless you, Cottonmouth, in all your cheaply made, ridiculous fun glory. Folks, that was my quick review of Cottonmouth. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, or if you have a similar boy-type figure who does not deserve love, but you get it and you give it to them anyway, because for whatever reason in your heart you think, I love this figure, even if no one else does. Comment below, let me know. And before I go, as always, folks, check out the Data Blast coming up. All the best things that I found on Instagram, correlated just for you. Check out the names of the producers and go give them a follow because, oh my God, we have some incredibly artistic, creative people out there. Folks, until next time, thanks for watching David Displays Model Behavior. I forgot the name of my own show there. And until next time, keep displaying model behavior.